Hello, everybody. How are we doing? So, today is the seventh lesson. I'm just going to jump straight in here. The seventh lesson is very quick and very easy. We're just going to start layering up and using all of these tools that you've started to learn and develop. And we're going to start targeting them or focusing them. So, in terms of your overall presence. We're actually going to look at the people you work with, your team, your colleagues, as those above you, those below you. We're going to have a look at everyone you interact with, and of course, just all stakeholders, clients as well. And I want you to have a think about how they make you feel. Right? Who are the trigger points? Who do you also view as a huge influence on you? Who is slightly intimidating in a positive way, and who is slightly intimidating in a terrifying way? And I want you to have a look at those relationships and maybe just give them a mark out of 10, not to say how good the relationship is, but how they bring out the best in you. So out of 10 is yes, this person, we're clicking, I feel great around them, they bring the best out of me. And then not being, no, we just horrendously clash. We don't get on. We just can't seem to meet eye to eye. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something there where we just it's always awkward and uncomfortable, and there's something going on. So that's not 10 is fantastic and brilliant. And it's, one thing I want you to understand is that there is always a kind of a chemical reaction with people. So you have person A and you have person B, or you and someone else. And when we mix those together, we get chemistry. And we talk about this, don't we, in romance and our romantic relationships. But that happens all the time. And that's personality dynamics, as well as anything, more than pheromones, as I'd have you believe. Because there is, as I asked you before, there are the ways that you interpret and perceive and interact with the world. If you are very fast-paced, for instance, and you're very direct and you're really energized, and you're very results orientated, then you might have a real values clash or a personality clash of sorts with someone who's a bit calmer, who needs to take the time getting to a decision and needs a pause on things. Or you could somehow, it could complement each other, because, as they say, opposites attract. You definitely get compliments. I've had a business partner who was almost, we had very complementary personality traits, and that was fantastic, and it's very rare. But once you start to think about it, you can start to go, oh, what is it about that person? Is it my values? Is it the way that I make decisions that we don't get along? Is it the fact that we're having a disconnect in how we share information? So all of this adds into your presence, because someone who has presence has a real awareness about the effect they have on someone else and the effect that someone else has on them. So it's really important. What I'm doing is getting you to start being aware. So it might be that even you're looking around your family or other people in your life, and I want you to think, well, what does that person, when we interact, what happens? Do we get the best out of each other? Why is that? Is that because they are also task focused? Is it because they're also a people person? Do they make fast decisions or slow decisions? Do they need some time? Do they need evidence? What don't I just don't, is there something I just don't get about that person? And that happens. I've had colleagues where I'm like, we clearly value the same things, but we just don't seem to, there's something going on in between. So even if you can almost put a circle around it and think, okay, if I could deal with that, we could actually have a really great and elevated relationship. And the reason why that's important is because your career is going to be defined by the relationships you make and the impact you make on people. And so to be able to start to look at those relationships and the presence you have is going to be super duper powerful. So that's quite an intense lesson, but a very short one for today. So just something to get you thinking. And as I said, write down, say, the top 10 key relationships in your career. And I want you to mark them out of 10. So that's the exercise for today. Let me know how you get on, and do write down in the comments. Do feel free to share, and also to, have any findings or feedbacks, please do come and contact me. I'd love to hear how you're getting on so far. Take care.